All right, it's going to feel like 2000 when I tell you about this next story, but it's actually 2018. Rapper 50 Cent claims to have bought 200 tickets close to the stage of a former rival who I guess remains a rival in Ja Rule. Ja Rule had an upcoming show. So ever the troll, 50 Cent decided to play a little trick on him, buy up the entire first two front rows because he found out that Ja Rule's ticket prices were only going for $15.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's really cheap.
He thought that was laughable, so he said, I bought 200 of them, took away any kind of presence in the front row. It only cost him $3,000, which is a lot of money to me, apparently not a lot to 50. Wow. But why is he still messing with Ja Rule here in 2018? This beef
so
was
funny.
decades ago.
I gotta tell you guys, that's called chess, not checkers.
That's the slow play, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
he was not playing. I don't know why people keep trying to play Ja Rule like he did not rule the 2000s, okay? Murder Inc. with
but he was hot, though.
his record label, the record label with Ashanti. Like, they had a bunch of hits.
What would I be without you?
What would I be without you?
But you liked Ja Rule, though, back in the day,
Yes,
right?
I liked Ja Rule back in the
liked
day. I mean, I would probably go
Would you
to
pay
a
that
concert.
15 for the concert if he was in Chicago?
I would.
I would, too.
I feel like I would too. This is funny. These are like grown men acting like they're 14 years old. And you know what? They could take those empty seats and just fill them with people who have less desirable seats, right? They'll just upgrade them. So it's like, come on.
Yeah.
It's kind of the opposite of how I feel like the attitude is with women in the world right now, where we're like, lift each other up, like help each other. There's room for all of us. We can all do this. Like, this is them taking it way back. I just think it's silly.
But I feel like that's a part of hip hop culture, is that there are beefs and there are petty feuds, and like that's a part of. They're having fun, honestly. Like 50 Cent is laughing. Ja Rule's probably upset, but also thinking about how he's going to get back at him.
Yeah, he clapped back with some slurs, some homophobic slurs, some other stuff that was not above board by any means, but that was his choice of how to come back. Right. To me, these are two has-beens that are trying to make themselves relevant. 50, once he died on Power, I was like, all right, 50, you got nothing for me.
He is producing with Power. You did give a spoiler alert. We're going to keep moving like Chicago didn't
If you haven't seen it yet, it's been months already. At the end of the day, though, this is who 50 is. He's always been a bully in the music game. That's how he came in when he ruined Ja Rule's career in the beginning. Now he's just kicking a dead horse. Nobody cares about Ja Rule, but I'll tell you this. If I had a choice to pick between two concerts,
who you going to?
I'm going to Ja Rule.
Yes!
Right?
Yes! Good answer.
I feel like it's the safer concert.
Like,
maybe get some Ashanti. Like,
yeah, you get a little bit of variety.
He's just singing his thing. He's just like, do.
All right, well, if someone brought their kids to your childless wedding, meaning a wedding that you say, hey, come with your significant other, no kids. What if they decided to bring their kids, that guest? Would you turn the kids away?
Yes, definitely.
Best friend, best girlfriend. She's like, hey, Felicia, I want to be there for you and Teddy. I can't get a babysitter. I'm a single mother, and my child's 6 years old. Gotta come to the wedding, or I ain't coming.
Yeah, my best friend.
Now I play to your heartstrings.
My best friend, I would have to work to figure out a solution.
But if it's like a second cousin who's rolling up in there, or like a coworker friend or something, you ain't coming, and your kids.
Just imagine, people get so offended by this, but imagine and I had a beach wedding, and I'm very fortunate. I had a beautiful beach wedding. Just imagine the still waters and my 14-foot veil, and the music is playing, and then your child is going, wah. I don't want it. Yeah. No.
I don't mind a kid at a wedding. Like, I think it's fun when the kids are dancing, they're hanging out. Like, you're like, oh, this is adorable.
Are you surprised by?
You're okay with a crying baby in the middle of your wedding ceremony?
Nobody wants a crying baby, but then that's the parents' fault. They should take that baby out. I think the parents are smart to not bring the kid, because then they can actually enjoy themselves and like let loose and stuff. But
so your maid of honor is going to walk away out of your wedding to go when the baby starts crying.
Well, no. They shouldn't have the baby if you're in the wedding. Somebody has to take
let me
care of that
ask you this. At the end of the day, I don't need to specify too much. They're invited, so they mean something to you. No. So they make the wedding list, they mean something to you. And if somebody in that entire list of guests shows up with their 5-year-old who looks all cute in his little tux, and he's ready to be there and be a part of it, what do? Do you send him away? How do you handle that situation?
I think that's so rude. They put you in a really difficult situation.
How do you handle it?
I feel like they have to respect the rules. Like, you already put the rule out there, so they should listen to you.
Yeah. But I also think there's so many other opportunities for us to discuss this than at the wedding ceremony, meaning you should have pulled one of my organizers aside or me aside. Like, there are other, like, you don't just show up unannounced. Like,
spring it on them.
Don't just spring it on me. Like, hopefully we would have had
But it's already happened.
Are you having kids at your wedding, or is it
we are not, and that's actually my mom's call. She said, hey, look, I ain't coming if there's kids there.
Your son barely made it in.
I think at the end of the day, if somebody did show up I wouldn't be happy with them. But that's what happens on your wedding, right? Like you always expect things to go wrong. That's one of those things that goes wrong. You know what you do? You never forget it, and you hold a grudge forever with that person.
Yeah, hold those grudges.
But there's nothing you can do. You got to let them in. I mean, if that's the worst thing that goes wrong at your wedding, where there's one kid there when there's not supposed to be any, I think you'll be okay. That's my
I guess that's a nice way to look
Hopefully
at it.
that's the worst
I feel
thing that
differently
happened.
after I've spent thousands of dollars.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It costs money. A dating app conversation into an in-person conversation, it ain't the easiest, right? Everybody's super confident when they're typing up on there as opposed to maybe in front of somebody. But how do you get someone to ask you out on a dating app, and what would you tell your friends?
Well, I think I would just ask them something weird because I don't think I could date someone that wasn't really weird. So I'd be like, what's your favorite type of bread? And if they had the right response and told me, then I'd be like, okay, we can hang out.
Your favorite type of bread. So that's your opening line, huh?
Yeah.
What is your favorite type of bread? Now I got to know.
Oh, I like crumbly French bread.
Because doesn't everybody?
I don't care. I actually don't care about the type of bread, but I feel like as long as they responded and rolled with it, I'll be like, oh, you're fun.
So
Okay.
my opening line is, do you want to get married and how many children do you have? And then what's your credit score, your FICO score, and have you ever been arrested? Those are my opening lines.
Put
She's
it
not
out
joking.
there.
She's
Put it
not
out
joking.
there.
That's
That's how I got the ring, ladies. Go for the jugular, and if the guy can take it, he's a keeper.
Teddy is a real man because he handles it all, and I'm impressed. No, I'm just
saying
kidding.
this.
He's got a hell of a catch over here, but I am not at all thinking you're joking when you say you ask those questions.
How quick
Not
did
at
you
all.
I wish women would be more direct.
Yeah, get with
I
you.
had a
I say
friend-
it in jest, but I wish women would be more direct and cut to the point. What do you want out of life?
I
Say
had
what you
a
want.
friend who she was moving long distance, like to another country to be with a guy, and she straight up said,
Oh, my.
she was like, will you give me babies? Because I'm not doing this. If this isn't leading to something, like I need to know that there could be babies in our
marriage
future.
in there,
They're-
or-
They just got married. It's
I'm
the wedding I went to this summer.
uncomfortable.
So he said yes.
Look at that. See, she followed Felicia's advice.
Yeah.
Saved a lot of men out there on the streets. All right. Well, no, for me, how I would use it is you could go with humor, but just authentically be yourself. You
What's
know
your
what I mean?
opening line? Go
I
ahead, Jordan.
lead with a compliment, and always make sure it's a specific compliment. Like say you got long eyelashes, something that like nobody
You
ever
got
credits
long
about. You're like,
eyelashes.
So
oh, this one's
beautiful
good.
eyes, hair, beautiful body, that's all off limits.
That is.
Yes.
All right, we got a lot to learn.
Yeah, it's better to make it conversational.